Hello. Okay, good day everyone. Thank you for coming into this YouTube channel, Trade Live with Precise Trader. Okay, today is 10th of September and US session, and we are going to trade live, and this is going to be a focused trading. Okay, before we go on, let's look at the risk disclosure. Day trading in foreign exchange is risky. Past results are not indicative of future returns. The content on this webinar is mainly educational purpose. Use your information entirely at your own risk, and you must assess the risk of your trade with your broker before you put in your trades. So if you really want to try it out, either you can use a demo account or you can do a paper trading, and if you're going live, then of course it's your own decision. So we are not responsible if something goes wrong. Okay, let's move on to our live analysis. Okay, the key data. Okay, in fact, for this week, we are having two important data. One is today, which is the PPI, which is the clue that we are going to get on the inflation for the US. Then tomorrow is the CPI. Okay, tomorrow is the CPI. So these two data will play a key role in the US interest rate decisions, which is going to be next week. So now looking at this, the key data like the core PPI month on month, the forecast was 0.3. Previous came out to be very strong, which was 0.9. So now the market is expecting slightly a weaker data, which is 0.3. Then PPI month on month, the previous was 0.9. Then the current forecast is also 0.3. So most likely it might be 0.3 or slightly lower. Okay, so of course if it's a it comes higher then it might surprise the market. Then we might see some strength on the dollar, and we should be seeing this. Then also at 22:30 we are going to have a crude oil inventories. Okay, so this is the thing we need to take note. So as far as this overall been up, I think we have yet to see the market turning down, so we just have to pay close attention to these levels. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's move back to see this. Okay, now let's move on to our live trades. So now if we look at it, okay, we don't have any open trades, and in fact just now we were seeing the price. In fact, this morning we had a report, okay, which we were suggesting the market may turn before 58 or 60. So, and we just now we took a trade and we took the profit. So now we are trying to go for a re-entry again. Okay, so let's quickly look into the gold. The gold US. So if you are looking at the gold US, okay, what we are expecting is okay, the yesterday was a down close. Okay, yesterday was a down close on the gold US. So which means to say the market has taken its move before the data announcement. So in other words, okay, just give me a minute. I'm trying to get my hold on. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, give me a minute. My mouse is having some issues. Okay, looks like give me a minute. Give me a minute. Sorry about that. Okay, I think my mouse has got some issues. Okay, now looking at this data, so yesterday the market started moving lower, and it closed below the open on the daily. Okay, so which means to say that the market has gone into the profit taking before the data announcement. So as far as this, if we are right, today should be a down day, and today we should see the price breaking this low if the data doesn't give us any uh, surprises. So as far as this market right now it is concerned, okay, we are trading, the 2 hours has just started, so I think we have given a couple of trades which you may want to see. Okay, so what we have done is we are going for a sell at 3655. Okay, this is based on the data. Then we have another entry which is 3665. So overall what we are betting is we feel that the price on the high yesterday has already been seen. So if today the market really, if the data is going to be really very bad, disappoint, then that yesterday's highs may not hold, and today might test even higher. So on that aspect, we have also given a third buffer entry which is at 36.95. So we will just wait for the data, then after that we decide how we want to go about. So the same manner we have given a sell at 3124 on the gold euro. Okay, 3124, and the stop we have given is above the high, which is 30. So then we have another sell. Okay, I think this is not doesn't make sense, because we get stopped out, then we go for a re-entry again at 30. So what we will do is we will try to raise this to 35. Then the stop we will put it as 41. Okay, since that doesn't make sense, so we will try to change that order. And of course we also have a buffer entry which is also selling at 3150, which is far further apart, about $30 from the high. So that one, once we see how the market responds, then we can decide how we want to manage the trade. So we have 3 entries. So one entry close to the market, another entry slightly away but within the a previous trading range. So this is also still valid. Then the next one we have a gold Aussie. So we are putting very further apart because we don't want to take too many trades, and we don't want to put ourselves into trouble. But let's wait to see the data. Then after that we decide how we want to go about. Then we finally we have taken 1 pound at market. So this is just a small volume, which is 0.3. Then we have a buffer entry selling a slightly higher volume, half lot, which is at 35.70 with a stop at 35.95. Then we have a dollar yen buying order, and we have a euro selling order. So these are the orders we are placing before the data announcement. So again I repeat, for those of you who have just joined, the gold US, okay, I'm talking about gold US, the market has already turned yesterday on the hourly. Okay, and the market has turned down on the hourly, and if we feel that that is a genuine turn, then today might be a down day. Okay, but again it depends on the PPI data, and tomorrow we have a CPI also to go. So within these 2 days, in fact tomorrow is September 11th so that is also going to be a special day because of that September 11th anniversary day. So tomorrow might be a different aspect which we look into. So as far as today is concerned, so if we feel that this is the high, then we'll try to go for a sell and just go for a small volume to test the temperature of the water. So if we are right, we make big money. If we are wrong, then probably we may get stopped out. Then we may slowly analyze and try to get back. Okay, so and also yesterday I told you from this week onwards we are trying to catch the big fish. So if today if we are bearish, so most likely we may not be taking profit. We may want to hold on overnight. So that will all depend on the data and how the market responds. Then we will slide, we will we will slowly, we would monitor the trades. So let's do this trade. We have 3 more minutes left, and any questions if you want to ask, you do. And for those of you who are coming first time, what I would suggest is you try to just do one trade, so at least to have the feel how we are doing things and how we are going to manage the trade. Because it all, see, we'll just try to enter slow, then once we are right, we'll try to go and add on, and that's how we manage. And always the rule of the game is you have to cut your losses short and let your profits run. Okay, so now let's look into the chart to see how the gold US is trading. Okay, so now if you look, and I mean, of course our focus would be on the gold US. Okay, let me get my okay, so this is, if you see this on the daily, this is extremely overbought. Okay, extremely overbought on the daily, and on the 6 hours market has already started to turn down. So this hourly, if it's going to turn down, then one more thing I just want to tell you before we go into the trade. 2 more minutes, another 1 or 2 minutes. So if let's say the data comes out to be good, okay, good, market is expected to come down. Okay, come down. The gold, I'm talking about the gold. Okay, expected to come down. So the moment once it breaks the 45, so we got to get ourselves ready to go for a sell. So just get yourself prepared. So now we have 1 more minute. So let's get back onto the data. We have 30 seconds left. Then after the data announcement, then I'll tell you how this trade can be placed and how we can go about doing the trade. So let's get ready. Okay, 5 seconds left. Okay, market is piping up. Okay, and our 55 gold is filled. Okay, 55 gold selling is filled, and the figure is really bad. Okay, the figure is really bad, meaning to say that it's negative. Okay, this is negative 0.1 and negative 0.1. Okay, which was as expected. Okay, remember I told you that today we are expecting a weak data. So market is already meaning to say that there is no inflation. Okay, there's no inflation, and in fact it's deflation, and market is showing negative. So now we are going to, since the market is, the data is surprising. Okay, is surprising. So let's wait to see how the market is going to respond to our call. Okay, so now uh, the gold US is filled, and the gold euro we were trying to sell at 24. Okay, that is not filled, nothing happens, and only the pound which we have shorted, that is losing some money. Okay, so that's it. So now let's wait a couple of minutes and see how this market is going to respond. You see, if the market the data came out to be as expected, then what we were expecting it should have happened, meaning to say that the gold should go down, and the price should come down, and dollar should strengthen. But since it's surprising, okay, the figure was way beyond expectation, so we got to give some time to see how the market is going to respond to this. Okay, so we will just wait, and we don't want to initiate anymore, because we have to see whether this market, in fact this the market for the gold already started moving yesterday itself. So meaning to say that this was discounted today's move, but today's data came out to be a shock, meaning a surprising. So we have to wait to see how the market is interpreting, and we will just see how which direction this market is move on. So now while we are waiting for that, okay, let's see the gold Aussie. Okay, the gold Aussie seems to be moving down. Okay, so I think we can go for a sell at 20. Okay, sell at 20, try to sell at 20, and hit the gold Aussie. Then we'll put a stop at 26 or 27. So let's try to get into that trade. Okay, gold Aussie, I think it's already started moving down, so we'll try to sell at 20 and stop at 26. So this is already started moving down. Then the gold euro also is showing weakness. Okay, this is also showing weakness, so we will also try to sell that at 3120. So early on we had at 24, we will lower it to 20. Okay, 20 and 26 half. So remember, we will try to put the stop loss only about $6 to $7. Just put in these two orders. Okay, let's just try to place these two orders. Then let me see on the 1 minute. Okay, gold US is trading above the moving average, and it is showing strength, but gold euro and gold or Z are showing weakness. Okay, so we just have to try to give some time, just couple of minutes to see how this can be traded. Okay, and repeat, I've not given any TP for this, so we will wait to see where we are going to head. Okay, so now we have that 1 hour. This is already starting to turn down. I mean, turn down meaning to say that the price is going below the open. So now, can we try to sell another gold Aussie? Hold on. No, we will just concentrate on gold US. Try to sell at another one at 48. Okay, sell at 48. Another lot. So we are going to go for an add-on entry, selling at 48. And stop, we will put it as 55. Okay, just key in this. And the volume you still maintain as 0.2. Okay, market is still moving down. Okay, I don't want to talk about the TP, because I'm expecting the price to break lower. So we will let hold on to the trade, then we would see. Okay, and the other okay, we'll try to bring it the selling at 47. Okay, lower it to 47. Then the gold euro, we will bring it down to 15. Okay, we'll just try to get into the trade first, then we will try to take another trade. Then the gold Aussie also. Okay, now your the 47 is filled. Okay, so now I think we have more than enough trades, so we don't have to go and chase the market. Okay, so now let the others work. So now this TP, sorry, the stop loss for the 47, we should be putting at 55. Okay, then since this is we have taken the second entry, the first entry we will reduce it to cost. So that means our risk is only this trade and this trade. Since this one we have entered, we lowered it from 20 to 15. So this one, the stop also we reduce it to 21.5. Okay. So I think we have done the adjustment. Then we will slowly, we will try to make the changes and let's monitor the trade well. Okay. So now we have in hand to sell on the gold US, then one gold euro, So let's see whether we have any buffer entry. Okay, so I think the rest all we just leave it. Okay, we don't want to touch this now until we get settled down with these trades. So now let's start off with gold US. What is going to be our target, and how we can manage this trade? So if you look at the hourly, okay, in fact we can look at 2 hours. So 2 hours, that means to say that this is going to last for another 1 hour, 15 or 18 minutes. And since the high is about the same, so let's wait to see whether are we seeing this weakness continue. So if this market is able to close near the low, which is 40.41, then we believe that this pullback correction is over and we should see the price testing this low. So again, I don't want to take profit, go for a quick profit today, because like as I said, market has given us a turn, but the only problem today is the data came out to be worse than expected. So that being the case, so we have to see whether the market is going to follow the data or whether it is going to follow the trend. So if it's going to follow the trend, we should see the price heading south. If it's going to follow the data, it's going to be heading north. Okay, so these are the complication now. So we just have to wait to see to find an answer. Okay, so now we have revised our stop to 55. Okay, so if the data is really came out to be as expected, then definitely I want to go more trades, more volume. Okay, the reason being is, of course, we expect this data as expected, and yesterday already the market started responding before the announcement. Okay, so now let's wait to see how the market responds, then after that we decide. Okay, but of course I think the next move, a big move, would be only be happening when the main session comes into play. Okay, so right now we are seeing the price broke the low. Okay, and right now this is retest the open. So market is in a mixed scenario. Okay, we is in a mixed scenario, so both is possible at this moment. So as far as the risk is concerned, I think our risk is only the gold euro and gold US, that 47 which we sold. So I think this is not much of worrying. So let's wait to see whether the market is going to follow the trend or the data. So okay, gold euro is a bit weak. Gold Aussie is even weaker. Okay, gold Aussie is even weaker. So the only thing is the gold US is still within the trading range, which is not a good sign for a sell. We should see the weakness. So let's wait to see how it responds. So we are because now the market is digesting this data. So we have to see how it is digesting. And anyway, the price, uh, the gold, the price hitting at 36.75. That price target is all expecting a rate cut, which everything, I think the market is already actually uh, is already discounted that the next September is definitely is going to be a cut. But the question is whether this is a 1/4% or 0.5%. That we should know the answer most likely by tomorrow. Most likely, if tomorrow the CPI also comes out to be bad, then there is a very high chance that they may reduce by 0.5%, and the gold may reverse its course. Okay, that maybe there is a possibility. So now let's see. As far now, I think we are still in control. We are so now the market is responding to our call. Okay, so we have to see for the next 12 minutes where it's closing. Okay, so if that closing can be on the low side, then we are expecting further weakness to happen, and we don't want to put in any TP now because we are expecting a bigger move. So we'll try to catch the big fish. See, the only thing that is uh, disturbing us right now is the data. The data. If the data came out to be as expected, then definitely we can go for a strong sell. But since this is thing, so market need to digest it, and we need to see that market is digesting at the same time, need to uh, be reaching its equilibrium level. Okay, so now let's wait because I don't want to add on some more trades and put ourselves into trouble. So let's wait to see. And the TP, I'll give you, definitely I'll give you as we go on. Okay, let's see this. Okay, now let's discuss this in detail. Okay, now this is a uh, this is a 15-minute chart what we are looking, and the pattern what we are seeing here. Okay, this is called okay, let me see whether we have that pattern. Okay, this is not thing. I don't see this pattern here, but anyway, I'm just letting you know. This pattern is called a butterfly pattern. Okay, so how to draw this is three drives pattern. No, this is triangle. No, ABCD. Okay, it's not here. Okay, so how we draw this is, okay, let me use this and see whether it can. Okay, so this is from here. Yeah, this is how this pattern looks. Okay, so this is called a butterfly pattern, which is the butterfly pattern. Usually it can be bullish or bearish. So since this is happening, so If this is confirmed, then the price should break this low. Okay, so that means we can go for a price target of somewhere near 3,600. That means another $40 drop. So let's wait. Let's try to catch this big fish, and let's see whether we are able to do that. Okay, now we have another 8 more minutes. Okay, 8 more minutes. Let's hold on to the trade. Let's not see. Okay, by the way, while we are waiting for that, let's look at the Dow. Okay, the Dow yesterday, in fact today, it tested the high one more time. So chances are this can be still moving higher. Okay, so maybe let's just wait for another couple of minutes, then we will see how this trade goes about. Then we can go for additional add-on trades. So here another 7 minutes. Okay, we are expecting this weakness to continue. So when we pay attention to the time and the price, sometimes the confidence level can be, at your peak. So we'll just wait for another 7 more minutes, and we shouldn't see the 1 minute going above 47 again. Okay, so let's wait to see. We have 6 more minutes. Weakness. Let's see where the price is heading. Okay, so we are seeing all the prices in our favor, but still we'll just give some more time to see where it closes. We have another 4 more minutes left. So so if you look into this chart, you see this the price should be closing below 45. Then would be a good sign. If it's not, then we might get a headache. Okay, but anyway, we let's say we want to go for re-entry. That means go for another add-on entry. We should not see the price going above 50. Okay, 50, 51 half. Okay, so that should be our next level for a sell. Okay, 50, 51 half. So as far as the target is concerned, if we are looking at, we should see either 36, 37 as a minimum target, and 20, 25 or even lower. Okay, so we have 3 more minutes, and we have yet to see any warning sign. So we'll just wait and see. See, sometimes this is the problem with trading. Sometimes when we decide to take a trade, and after the trade is taken, then once we have a price target or profit, so sometimes you take a profit, then when the price comes back up, then you can go for re-entry. But sometimes you take your profit, and when the price starts to fall, then you may have missed the big opportunity. So this is a tricky part here. So there's nothing much we can do. Okay, now the only thing we can do now is, okay, since we are fighting, my TP for this I want to reduce it to, sorry, stop loss for the first one, I want to reduce it to 51. And here for this, the stop loss, I also want to reduce it to 50 half. So now I know that, okay, either I go for a big fish, or worst scenario, I make $4 from here and I lose about $3. So net is break even. That means I don't make anything. So this is I let you decide. I mean, we still, okay, we have 1 more minute left on this time belt. Okay, so we have revised the stop. So now we have finished this 1 hour. Remember, I told you we have to see the price closing below 45. And right now this is trading around that level, 44 level. Okay, now it's closed. So now if we see the strength, we should not be seeing the strength beyond 48 half and 51 half. So now we are already into the new time belt. So let's wait to see how this market is going to respond from here. Okay, this is showing some strength, which is not a good sign. So let's wait to see whether this market is breaking. See, the only problem I foresee is because the data was really bad, and we are going with the trend and against the data. Okay, I hope you understand what I mean by that. So sometimes, when we go with the data, it gives you a different answer. Sometimes if you go with the trend, it gives you a different answer. Sometimes both gives you the same answer, and that is the most ideal situation what we are looking for. Okay, so now is moving up to 46. Okay, this is not a good sign. Okay, but let's see whether the 47 half breaks. Okay, we are still the new time belt. We are into the first 15 minutes. Okay, so we are into the first 15 minutes. So we have to see the price making lower highs and lower lows. Then we can be pretty sure, and we can be uh, on the right track to go for the big fish. Let's see, the first 15 minutes is important, you know. You should not see the price going above 48 half. If it's going above 48 half, then this is in a danger, you know. So let's wait to see. So still hanging around here, and still have another 10 more minutes. Then after that, we may want to decide on the fate of this trade. Okay, still moving up. You see, I have drawn this level for you to see this, you know. So at least, you know, when we look into the chart, at least we know that whether we are sticking in the right direction or sticking in the wrong direction. So we need to see this, and this one I specifically I put a 1 minute chart so that you can have a very clear a move and a clear direction. So we have 9 more minutes left, and within the 9 minutes, if this low breaks, then that gives us additional confidence. If it doesn't, then we got to be a bit careful. Okay, this is so we have another 8 more minutes. Let's see where the market is closing. If it's a down close, then it was beneficial to us. If it's closing high, then I think probably we will not be making much. Or okay, still hanging around here. The major barriers are somewhere here, that 48 and 51 half. So these are the major barrier levels. So we have to see the price moving down. If not, we are wrong. Okay, if it happens to be holding this between 48 half and 51 half, if the price is still hanging around, then we should see the price coming off. So but nothing is for sure now until we see a clear break. We have another 5 more minutes left. So let's see the chart. 5 more minutes, and let's say I change this to 15. So this is within the still the trading range on the 15 minute. So now we got to see So this is the 1 minute chart we are looking for. So we are expecting the weakness, and the weakness is not there yet. And of course, for those of you who have just joined, today is a bit tricky day because the data came out to be worse than expected, but the trend is in a different direction. So sometimes, when this two happens to be in the same direction, that's where the real money is. So now we have a seesaw, which is happening, between the data and the trend. So we just have to wait to see who is going to win this battle. We have 2 more minutes, then after which the 1 hour should give us a direction, because right now the 1 hour is showing us strength. So your 15 minute is flat. Okay, so this is a mixed signals here which we are seeing. So if the market is starting to fall and comes, then we are right. Otherwise, we are still caught in between. Okay, 2 more minutes. Let's see where it's moving on. Okay, 1 more minute, and still hanging around there. So now you see this, we have a the 15 minute is in a congestion, and 1 hour is showing some strength. So either the price may follow the strength or the weakness. So this is the thing we need to find out, where the market direction is going to be. Okay, still no clear direction yet. So this is still refusing to turn, refusing to really come down. Okay, So I think most likely we may get stopped out. So if we get stopped out, then I think we have to wait for the main session to come and see how the market moves. Okay, right now this is trading above 48 half, which is not a good sign. So now what what we are seeing now is the hourly. This is within the range. This is within the range. So and it is trading above the open. So then your 15-minute, if it's showing strength, so then this strength is expected to last for another 45 minutes, and this can go towards 55. So 55, I think we shorted, yeah, we shorted around that level. So right now we may also close that, but let's wait to see. So we'll wait for another 10 more minutes, then after that I think we take a call. So for those of you who have just joined, okay, we have taken trades. We shorted gold US at 55 and 47. So just now it was making good money, almost like 0.8%, but we were going for a big fish, meaning to say that a big move. So the only thing tricky part today is the data came out to be worse than expected, and the trend is in a different direction. So we have two different forces, meaning to say the trend is pointing down, which is the hourly is pointing down, but the data is pointing up because of a very weak data. So signals are mixed right now because market doesn't know which way to react, whether to react in the direction of the data or the direction of the trend. So only time will give us an answer. So we don't want to go very aggressive because of this dilemma and uncertainty. So we will just try to be a very cautious game. So even if we get stopped out, okay, probably this too will be break even, and only this $6, this is where we will be losing money, and the pound. Okay, so we don't have any much risk, so I think we can afford to go for that risk. Then the next thing I want to just share with you is in the event let's say the price the main market comes into play, which is another 9 minutes. Then let's say the price starts to move in our direction or anticipation. So this is going to be this low breaks, and if this low breaks, then chances are we should be seeing the price coming down. In fact, this move up, what we have seen is most likely this is a uh, 1 2, and this is a wave 3 just completed. Okay, let me see whether I can show you that pattern. Yeah, so this is so actually this is the beginning of the wave. This is 1, this is 2 and 3, 4, then finally 5. So this is 3 completed. So 4 most likely we should be getting somewhere here, then the 5 should be beyond that level. Okay, so this is how this pattern should exhibit. So now the only thing is, if this 3 is completed, then we should see this low break. If not, then we may see the price going up, then the 3 might be shifting up. So then the 4th wave will come into play, then finally the 5th wave. So according to us, the 5th wave should be most likely towards the end of the year. So that is what we are expecting. If let's say you want to know why this thing is happening and the reason why for this happening. Okay, now let's see this. We have 7 more minutes and we still feel it's going to go lower. So only time has to give us an answer. So and we don't want to go on further. Hold on. I think we are holding about 0.6. I think this should be good enough, because if you are confident, because if the data comes out to be as expected, then definitely I would want to go in very strong. But this is a 50-50, so let's wait to see whether the price digests this news and see how it proceeds. Okay, we'll wait for another 6 to 10 minutes, then after that I think we'll take a call. Okay, so anyone has been trading anyone holding any trades? Okay, let's wait for just a couple of minutes, then after that we will decide. So here if you look at it, the 6 hour is pointing down and the 2 hours is trading weak, but this is also in uncertain, and 4 hours is also weak, and your RSI is already showing that this market has already made a high. Okay, so I think the only thing that is bothering now is the data. Okay, otherwise normal market conditions, this kind of move, we should see the price falling pretty big move and fast. Okay, we have 3 more minutes. Then we would see how the market. I think after 3 minutes, the main market will be coming into play. The main market, meaning the US market. So the volume will shoot up. So then we'll see, we'll have a clear directions within a couple of minutes after that. Main market comes into play. In fact, for the last 45 minutes, the market has been in a very tight range. So between 40 and 50. And I'm not sure whether yesterday you recall that within 15 minutes we had about 30 over dollars drop. Okay, so another 1 minute, the main market is going to come into play. So for those of you who have just joined, today's data was very disappointing, which we were expecting it to be bad, but it was worse than expected. In fact, the forecast was already like, and also if you notice, I just realized that the previous figure was also revised down to 0.7. So that means to say that from 0.9 it is also revised to 0.7. So overall is inflation is there is no inflation, in fact it's deflation. So definitely that coming September next week the US is expected to cut rate. Okay, that is for sure. So the only thing is don't know whether it's going to be like quarter percent, then the next meeting quarter percent, or straight away half percent next meeting. The one I think most likely by tomorrow we may be able to guess it. Okay, now the main market I think should have started. So now let's see the chart. Okay, the hourly is pointing up. I mean, I wouldn't say up, this is still within the range, but with an upside view. But your 15-minute is within the range. So, which means to say that this has got no strength to go higher. So, now let's see how the market is going to move or behave from now on. So we have shorted, we are holding short, and today we were supposed to go for a big move, but because of the data, the market is, I think, it's in a dilemma, which direction to push. Okay, so looks like I don't think this is going to materialize, but let's see. Okay, now we are revised our stop to 50 half, so I think most likely this is going to get stopped out. So most likely today I think this is going to be another empty handed. So let's see whether we are getting stopped out. Okay, hold on. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'll revise 1 to 52 and 51. So since this is going to be a very tight, so 52 means we'll lose about $5 on this, and we make about $4. So net we only make about, sorry, we lose only $1. So let's try to see whether the market is going to turn from here. Otherwise is also today also going to be an empty move. So because what is going to happen sometimes, this hold on, just try to increase this by 50 cents. Okay, so now I've revised this by another $1, sorry, 50 cents. I'm not going to do any more changes. Okay, looks like we are going to be out. Okay, so I think we are out on that 50. So we are going to go again empty handed, because now it's a bit confusing to play like this kind of scenario, because okay, anyway, we will see. So we'll try to go for a re-entry again. So the re-entry would be I still want to maintain my sell, which is 63 to 65. So here we had a sell at 65. I want to lower it to 63 and stop about 70 half. Okay, this is, I'm going to go for a re-entry on this, and this is a buffer entry which I will put in, which means to say that if let's say the price breaks above yesterday's high, then this is we are looking at the price target of 3,700. So if that happens to be, then probably we'll go for that trade. So this remains all these are day trading. Okay, day trading. I'm just letting you know, just change it to day trading. Then we have a gold euro selling at 5135. Okay, that also remain. Then gold euro, this is a buffer entry. We are putting in slightly higher volume, which is 3150. Okay, so that is also change it to day trading. Then the gold Aussie Okay, we have a selling at 20. This is also a day trade. Then this all, I think the rest of the trades all are good to go. So now overall what we expecting is, okay, we took the trade in the right direction, but the data was not supporting our view. So now if you look into the chart carefully, if you look so this is telling us that 3675 might be a temporary high. Okay, might be a temporary high or pivot high. So now the only thing is this pullback we can expect to a maximum of 63 or around 67, 63 or 67, then the market may turn down. Okay, so that is provided if this is going to be the high. If this is not the high, then we may see the price breaking beyond towards 36.95 or 36.90. So these are the two aspects and two views which we have shared with you. So you just play the game by the rules. Okay, then another thing I just want to share with you or just discuss with you is, if your 40 breaks, then this low may be tested, and if this low breaks, then we know that this is for sure, this is a correction, and we should see the price heading south by towards 3580 or 3600. So now it's a bit tricky, so we got stopped out. Now the market is coming off again. Okay, so this is where the issue is. Okay, let's because I don't want to miss this opportunity. Sometimes it's a bit tricky. Okay, let me try to go for one more attempt. Okay, we'll try to sell at 50. Just try to hold. Then we will see the stop at 58. Let's try one last time. Okay, so I want to go for a sell at 50 because I don't want to miss. The only problem here is okay, I just hit the market, and we'll put the stop at 56 half. Okay, again you see the rest of the conditions all are met on this trade. Okay, when I say the rest of the condition means that yesterday's high is going to be a pivot high. So if that is true, that yesterday's high, that 36.75 is a pivot high, then we should not see the price going above 65. So I think we have an order here. In the event if this thing gets stopped out again, then we have a buffer entry at 63 one last time. Okay, then one more thing I wanted to say is, sometimes it's a bit tricky. So now we can go for add-on entry because, like as I said, we are trying to go for a big move. So we will go for another add-on entry just in case if the market later on starts to fall. Then we can go for a stop sell. $45 half and 51 half as the stop, but this one we will only give at least about 1 to 2 hours. Okay, I don't want to give a long trade. So I'm going for another sell stop that is provided if the market is moving to our call or our expectation, then we will go. Then of course the price target, the TP, I've just given verbally. I'm looking for at least about 3600 or 3585. So again, today is a bit special because we are expecting the correction, but tomorrow we have one more data. Don't forget that tomorrow we have one more data, so that also plays a key role. So after tomorrow we don't have any important data, then tomorrow might be. So either the move may be today, because the only thing confusing is if yesterday that move drop, if this didn't happen, then today would have been very clear, crystal clear. Then today should have been an up market. But since yesterday the profit has already come into play, and yesterday the market is telling us that the market may have turned down, so it's a bit confusing. The signals are a bit mixed, so we have to be a bit cautious. But again, since it's mixed, but if we don't go for it, so if that move happens, then we may have missed a big move. So that is also another thing which I just want to emphasize. That's the reason why we are trying to go for the trade. Okay, so I think that's about it. So good luck to you, and see all how we can do. Then tomorrow, of course, that's another important data, so maybe tomorrow might be an opportunity. I'm not sure. So we are trying to catch the big move, so but we have to be a bit patient at the same time. Just focus on the market. Okay, so any questions? If not, then I'll see you all again tomorrow. Okay. So if you have no questions, then good luck. Then I'll see you all again tomorrow. Thank you.